Oh no, I just realized. Oh. Sitting right next to me. But I move around the house a lot. Make sure that the microphone is coming in properly. Testing, 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 testing. Okay, it's coming in. All right. Hello, and welcome to another episode. This is Chris, and this is another Algebra Basics. Well, this is a math training online using KhanAcademy. KhanAcademy is one of those few services that allows you to learn anything you want, as quickly and as easy as possible. From your smartphone to your iPad to your desktop. It's used all over the world. There's a lot of students outside the country who are living in emerging countries and economies that don't necessarily use Khan Academy very often. And I'm using it because I used to feel that I wasn't necessarily capable of, learning anything new. I kept thinking like math was like this is something which is so hard, but then I started, learning other languages. Like I could speak Japanese, and I can also program. And I'm realizing that programming is very similar to speaking Japanese. And I know that programming takes mathematical understanding. Like you need to have a good proficiency with it. And algebra is very good. It's probably as far as you probably would need to understand when it comes down to learning anything. So I definitely agree with growing, and everybody can do it. Everybody can learn anything. And because of that, you have to start to pay attention to, you have to start paying attention to what you actually want to do in life. For me, I would like to be able to, build something that's meaningful for others. So it's kind of like building things that somebody may want, what it doesn't really matter if it's programming or it's Japanese. It could just be maybe somebody needs, needs help, getting through something. I just feel like it's better to help other people than try to help yourself directly. I think I help myself more by helping other people. So if you're interested in this thing, you can follow this page, figure out what you want to do, and we'll leave it at that. So with that, let's get done. Let's get started. I'm already 3 minutes in. All right. So yesterday, I was working with the order operations. I'm almost done. Let me see if I can actually can finish this practice here and see if we can go ahead and put these things together. So order operations, if you don't remember what I said before, I said that you have pendes. Okay, so pendes is parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And when you have to do any type of like exponential, no, any mathematical expression or algebraic expression, you start with that procedure. So we have 3 squared, we have we have 3 squared here, and it says, and we have 2 to the first power plus 3 to the first power, and we have here 3 cubed minus 2 to the first power. So it says here, order the expressions from least to greatest. So one of the things that we would probably want to do is understand that anything times, the first power is equal to itself. So 2 to the first power is equal to 2, right? So, and 3 squared is equal to 3 times 3, which is equal to 9. So here we could say that this is 9, whoops, let me go back to this one. Let's go back to this 9, and this is 5 because 2, right? Plus 3 is 9, it's 5. And then here is 2 cubed, which is 2 cubed is equal to 2 times 2 times 2, which is equal to 8. Okay. And then you have 2 to the first power, which is equal to 2. So that's basically 2 minus 8 minus 2 is 6. So that will be 6. So we can see that this comes first, then second, and third. So least to greatest, least to greatest. You did it right. So 2, 1, 5, 6, 9. All right. I don't know why it's saying it's not charging. Make sure it's. Whoops. Usually it's supposed to be some sound. All right, whatever. We'll keep going. All right. So next one is evaluate the following expression. What we have here is we have 8 cubed minus 9 times 2 divided by 3. So you have 8 times 8 times 8, right? So we do PEMDAS again. Remember PEMDAS. Parentheses, no parentheses, exponents. So we have 8 times 8 is 64, and then 8 times 64 here. So 8 times 4 is basically 16 plus 16, which is 32. And then you have 8 times 6 here, which is 8. I know that 8 times 3 is 24. So 24 plus 24 is 48. Don't mind me. This is how I kind of like break it down for myself. And then 48 plus 3, right? Which would be 51. So it's 512. So this is equal to 512. And then you have 512 minus 9, right? So let's go ahead and actually move this stuff out of here. We say 512 minus 9 times 2 divided by 3. Okay, so the thing is that we have 9, 10, 11, 12. So 512 minus 9 times 2 divided by 3. What's the next thing to do? We did exponents. Now we do multiplication. So multiplication is here. So we would do this first. So this would basically be negative 9 times 2 would equal negative 18, because 9 times 2 is 18. Then we would have the division here, and we still have the 512, right? And let me go ahead and move this stuff here so I can make it clean. And then we're going to take this and put this over here. Whoops, no. We have 512, negative 18, 9, yeah, right? And then we have divided by 3. So as we do that, now we can do the division. Do the division. This right here. So negative 18 divided by 3 is negative 6, because 6 times 3 is 18. Well, you can look at it like this. This is what we're looking at. No, so we know that this number has to be negative. If negative is on either side of here, it's negative. I know. That's how I think about it. Sorry. Let me go ahead. So we have 5. Now we don't have any additions. We could do a subtraction. So 512 minus 6, that was 6. And you go. Just like that, it is all done. So 506. Don't know why I was saying. I'm like, I'm still proud of myself. Okay, here it is. Next thing. Okay, next thing we have is 40 times 8 minus 10 squared. Okay, So what we do here is we have 40 times 8 is multiplication, right? Because we don't have, we have, and we, oh, actually, we can't do that yet. It's not this, let's go back. Okay. So we have to do the exponent. We have to do the exponents first, right? Remember, exponents first. No parentheses, no exponents. We have to do this. So we take this. This is basically 10 times 10 is equal to 100, right? I think that the first 10 is negative, and then every other 10 after that is, let me make sure I put that right. So negative 10 squared is that. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I just want to make sure. Yeah. So negative 10 is negative 10. So negative 10 times negative 10 is negative 10 times negative 10 is not. Yeah, that's what it is. So it's not. I was thinking about like what this was at the top of my head. I realized that the first 10 is negative 10, but then every other 10 after that is is um, is positive. And so that's, so this way it will always be, so it'll be like negative 10 times negative 10, right, is 100, negative 100, right? And even, and then if you have like negative 10 times 10 times 10, yeah, yeah, like that. So it'd be negative 10 times, that will give us negative 100. So that way we know that this is negative 100. Now we can go to this one, 40 times 8. We know 8 times 4 is 32. So we just add a 0 to this. So it's 32. Now we have the multiplication done, and we have the division done. I mean, and we have the exponents done. We don't have any dividing, divisors. We're not dividing anything, and we don't have any addition. So the last thing to do is subtraction. So we're going to do subtraction. So here, it's basically taking 100 from here. So, 100 is pretty much 220. And that's it. 220. There you go. Now, the other thing is, is that we have this next one. I think we did this before, where you have to kind of figure out which one these are. I have a hard time sometimes figuring out if I'm actually, if I could just eyeball it. Because I know right here, for example, we have this 4 squared, and we have this is 2 times 3 to the first, and then here is 2 to the fourth divided by 4 to the second. And then so we take out, so what we got to do, I'm going to just try to work these problems out real quick. We have PEMDAS, right? We have 2 to 4, which is 2, 4, 6, 8. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16, right? So 16 on the top, 16 on the bottom, okay? So that would basically be our 1, right? So 16 divided by 1. Then we put that there. Then we have 2 times 1, which is, you have 2 times 1 is 6. Because, 2 times 3 2 times 3 is equal to 6. And 3 to the first is just 3. So you could just look at that like that. So that would be 6. And then because we're doing this at the bottom. Sorry, I just got an idea, and I'm just like, ooh, let me just stop, and so I do that. So that's one way we can do it. Or you can do it where you can solve the problem in the parentheses first, then do the square root. Remember, this is this and this is the same. So we have that, and that's it. So we're still going through these little, these multiplication problems. We have 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So here 10 times 10 is 100. And then we have here 10 times 10 here is 1,000. And then 10 times 10 here is, let me just put that, I like to make this a, and this is 10,000. So every time you time the 10, you can see that it goes up by 1, 0. So now we go here and we have 10 times 2. And you have 2 times 10 is 20,000. And then you have here 7 times 7 times 7 is another exponent. The reason why I did this was because we're already done with that side, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's just focus on this: 49 times 49, and then 49 times 7. That's a number I don't really pay attention to too often. So 9 times 7 is 63. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 plus 6. 28 plus 6 because 7 times 4 is 28. Because 14 plus 14 is 28. Because 7 times 2 is 14. And you go again. Here 243. So 243. So you have here 20,000 minus 243. So 20,000 minus 243. So 20,000 minus 243. This is a really big number. Remember, I think I told you before that when we do that, we do this. We say 1,000 minus 243, like that. So what we'd say is that how far do we have to get to get to 1,000? So we could just do the multiplication here. So we're going to cross this out and get a 10. You bring this down to a 9. And we do 10 minus 3 is 7. And then we go here, 9 minus 4 is 5. And then we have here 0 and 2, we can't do it. So we're going to just subtract it with this one, 857. We have 857 over here. We can, check to make sure. 7 plus 3 is 10, plus carry the 1, 10, carry the 1, 10, 11. That's wrong. See? So 9. Yep, see? And that's why I check. Not because of the fact that, it's okay to make mistakes, and it's not bad to, whoops. I think I moved too fast there. Once you get 757 here. Did I do something wrong? No, yeah. And then 2 times 10 is 20,000. And then 49 times 7. Oh, it's 343. Whoa, look at that. 49, 7 times 28. Wait, 7 times 4 is 28. And 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Really? 34. Oh, 34. Yeah, 34. Yeah. Oh, well. I made a mistake there. And I'm still making mistakes. So 343, 857. Oh, all right. Tired. All right, let me go ahead and just make sure I'm doing this right. So we have, I figured out what I did. I took the 1,000 from here and 19, times 20,000 minus, I'm gonna do it off the camera. Yeah. Yeah. Once I got 857 here, I was supposed to go ahead and do and plug this back in 343 like this. That's what I'm supposed to do. And then we would get 857 here. But then I have to remember to remove 19 because we moved it to 9 over here. And then it'll be this 19. It should be this, right? I'm running out of time. I'm gonna just quickly go ahead and solve this on the calculator. This is good. This is good practice to do every single day. Yeah, 1967. So it's 19657. Only because I don't want to spend too much time. I was supposed to do 20 minutes. All right. So you have 5q minus 1. So you have here 5 times 5 times 5, and that's 25. 10 times is 125. Right. And then we bring this down here and we say 10 plus 125 is minus 1. So that's 135 minus 1. And because we're still doing PEMDAS, remember that. Once we have these taken care of, there's no division. We do addition, subtraction is left, and we just say 135, 34. Now we have the next one here where we say 4, 2 like that is 16 over here is 4. And so this is basically 4 because 4 times 4 is 16. Then we have the next one here. We have 8 minus 4 will be 4 inside the parentheses. And then we multiply these 4, we get 16 as well. This is going to be interesting. And then we have last one is 2 squared plus 2 squared is 4. 2 plus 2 squared is 8 because 2 squared equals 4. So then we have that 8. So we know we have this one is going to be 8. This one's going to be 16 or 4 squared. And then this is going to be 4. So let's go ahead and put them there like that. There we go. Okay. So I actually was able to get a little bit more numbers and taken care of. And I think that's it for right there. Not going to spend too much time. I'm going to do another one because of the fact that I was supposed to kind of work on fractions today. So you'll see that video later on today, but I want to make these things like, 20 minutes is probably a lot. Maybe I will, shorten them in the future. But anyway, thanks a lot. Take care. See you guys in the next video.